Good evening. I am very happy to have this opportunity to wish you all a really enjoyable reunion. I just wish my son Donald and I could be with you tonight. But he's out in the Middle East and unfortunately I'm not able to travel. I must say that reading your list of attendees was a nostalgic trip down memory lane for me. My head swirled with the once familiar names of the many wonderful people that I lived and worked with in Awali. I joined Bapco in February of 1956 and my company badge number was 92876. I wonder how many of the old timers with you tonight had a badge number lower than that. 92876. You know, Awali really was a truly remarkable place. For us expatriates who lived there, it was like an oasis of a genuine desert island. Awali was a fully self-contained township, a gated community with virtually no crime, no violence, no elderly people, no protest marches, no corrupt politicians, no unemployment. We were happily remote from most of the world's major problems. For some people, that may have seemed unreal, a bit even artificial, but I never felt that way. To me, it was a peaceful community, and there we forged remarkable bonds of friendship, which have lasted a lifetime. While we're there, we shared our knowledge and our skills with the Bahrainis, and we left behind something of real value, a permanent legacy of professional competence that we can be very proud of. Tonight, we can look back on the time in Bahrain that the Bahrainis refer to as the good old days, when together we made a difference. Do you remember the Thursday night dances on the Bapco Club terrace? And the bachelors used to throw empty two-ball cans at the rats running across the overhead wires above the dance floor. Then there was that noisy Wednesday night darts tournaments at the Bapco Club, and the very popular bowling alley and the club's excellent billiards room. For a quiet night out, there was humor, or lobster thermidor dinner in the club restaurant. I still think that humor is the best eating fish in the world. The highlight of the year-end celebrations was the band brought in from London to play Christmas carols on the club terrace, and the music for the packed New Year's Eve gala dances. For the water lovers, we had the upper and lower swimming pools, where many of you no doubt learned to swim. I'm sure that many of you took part in the swimming galas and the David Garlick Cup competitions. Generations of children went through Awali School. Mary Potts, Run for Fun, and Bill Kibble's trips to the producing field, searching for shark's teeth and flintstone knives and ancient artifacts. And then for both young and old outdoor types, there was bikini suntanning on Friday mornings on the Bapco beach or out on the water in the sailing club. But my special favourite was the Friday curry lunches at the Bapco Club. For a break from Awali, we took the Daily Manama shopping bus and wandered around the souk and the gold bazaar. Back in Awali, we had all the necessary services: the commissary, the barber shop and hairdresser, the cable office, the post office, and the daily visit to the mailbox. And by chance, did any of you ever play in the Fairy Glen? The Awali Cinema entertained us with the latest movies, with Christmas pantomimes and great physical, magical shows put on by the very talented members of the Awali Arts Group. And for the really great fans of movies, there was always the outdoor movie down at the houseboys' quarters. Then for the adventurous, there were trips racing down to the south end of the island, and maybe a picnic out on the Jebel, or watching the Bahraini men dancing with their drums and swords and their old-fashioned rifles up at the Rafah Palace to mark the end of Ramadan. There was the Awali Church with its baptisms and marriage, and the Sunday school next door in the Awali Hall. And there was the Awali Hospital, and I'm sure that many of you were born there. And naturally, in Awali, there was every kind of sports for the young, energetic, fit Awali population. There was cricket and soccer, hockey, softball, squash, badminton, tennis, the riding stables, the Awali golf course. And no doubt you riders remember the best part out was riding in the desert with June Archer and taking part in the gymkhanas. For the less athletic, there was Mahjong and the Bible study groups and Toastmasters and bridge, and always the Awali Popular Library. And for the lady volunteers, there was the, what do they call it now, the thrift shop. And do any of you remember the first time that you were sent off to school in England? And your mothers and fathers were so anxious about you flying to and from London, and the excitement of your school vacations. And of course, we remember that we were part of world history, and we had the Gulf War, and we had rumours of chemical warfare, and the hospital was built in the middle of Awali. And the Bapco Club was full of US Marines who were escaping the heat of their tents down at Sheikh Issa Air Base. And so as the memories come flooding in, they remind us what a wonderful place Awali really was. And here we are, many years later, renewing those bonds of friendship that were formed on that very special island, which was home to us all. God bless you, keep you, continue to keep in touch. And I hope that this very special evening will be wonderful for all of you tonight.